Belleville Area District Library Board will come to order and we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, it's telling you have to be that. Right. I've had a fun day. I'm just with two grandkids at the same time. First time I ever got more than one at a time in the house. So if I act silly, I am. The roll call, our secretary is on excused absence, and I will ask our director to call the roll.
Evans.
Here.
Fleming.
Here.
Hughes Grubbs is absent and excused. Jariga.
Here.
Peters.
Here.
Priest.
Here.
Stoudemire.
Good. Our next order of business is approval of the agenda.
So moved.
It's been moved by Jariga,
Second.
supported by Stoudemire, that the agenda be approved. Are there any questions, anything? I didn't send out a proper request about if you had anything to add, but if you do, this is the time. Thank you, Maria. If not, I don't see any comments, so if not, we're ready to vote on the approval of the agenda. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed by saying no. The agenda is approved with no dissenting votes. Now we have the minutes, which are in your packet, and I know your packet was first distributed on the day before, July 3rd, so I hope that everybody's had a chance to look them over. I got my packet early. We can discuss anything that needs to be corrected if anybody sees anything.
3 cheers for the flagpole light getting repaired.
Yeah, finally. Let's hope it lasts.
Yeah.
Can we have a motion on the agenda?
A motion to approve the agenda as
Moved by Stoudemire and
approve the minutes.
the minutes. Yeah, I said the second. I'm sorry. It is moved by Stoudemire and supported by Chevitz that the minutes be approved. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed by saying no. There are no negative votes and the minutes are approved. And now we have time for public comments. And we do have two very familiar members of the public here. Do either of you have any points to make? Well, thank you for coming. With that, we move to item 6, which are committee reports. And I guess we'll just go our regular order. I don't know that we have much stuff. Joy for building committee?
I don't have anything.
The flagpole light that was not broken
No.
is now broken.
But you have
Very
a second one to replace it, right?
So we're in contact with Dean and he's in contact with the electrician, so.
What happens?
Don't know.
Flagpole lights, who would have thought with the whole building of this library, none of us really looked at 4 years of worrying about the flagpole light. Well,
How about the
I think you're just being funny.
I wish I were.
the door at the lounge? The sliding door.
That's another thing that I need to contact Dean on. We're having an issue with the sliding door in our wellness room in the lounge.
Oh.
It's sticking and we can't quite figure out how to,
I looked at it,
yeah.
it's not one of my
I
things.
think we're gonna have to rip off some trim in order to get at it, so. So I'm gonna talk.
The wellness room is also the nursing room and the place for privacy, so we do need to make sure it's in good repair.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's the building committee doesn't meet over every single one of these things, but we all talked about that eventually the building committee would become a maintenance committee, and that's what we are.
It was also suggested to me, brought to my attention that, we should look into getting automatic doors for the exterior doors for the bathrooms are hard to open and shut if you're in a wheelchair or a
Oh, that's a good
walker.
idea.
So I've reached out to Dan to see what that would,
Some of those,
what that would entail.
Well,
So with the,
Well,
with the
that's,
butt
yeah,
like in a hospital?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Could we do that?
Yeah,
are the,
So
then
that-
people had those floor, oh, but I don't know if you're in a
The
wheelchair.
Canton Library, I think they have something where you just walk towards it and
It's motion sensitive, okay. So, I'm hoping, you know, if I can get some information about that, that might be a good time to have a building committee meeting to discuss.
All righty, well, there's always gonna be something. Anything else for building committee from anybody? Then we'll move on to John Jariga, who I know has an elaborate report.
oh, yeah, I have nothing.
Okay, finance, Tanya? Wonderful, we have done our work on finance. And I believe that marketing has no report and our marketing committee chair has gone off to greener pastures anyway, so I don't think we
We're
have
sending her
anything.
once.
Yeah,
She did call me and we are going to meet, but after she gets back, because I would have my family here, then she was going away.
4th of July is
Yeah.
busy time.
Yeah.
So Will and Donna, have you guys talked to Donna at all?
I'll see her tomorrow.
Okay. And back to Linda, the personnel committee.
We did meet, I can't remember what day we met, Mary Jo.
June 21st.
Okay. So we talked about the personnel policy
Mhm.
and it's in the works. It's not a completed document yet.
Yeah,
There's a lot that has to be done and looked at by lawyers and things like
I was at that meeting, so was Tanya, right? And I believe we are on the right path with it. I don't think we have any big problems.
that. No,
We're looking at being good, responsible employers and
mhm.
taking care of our employees as best we can.
The committee looked at what the attorney had, his input on our existing policy. He had also given us like a boilerplate for generic personnel policy to look at. And the committee had identified a couple of things on that we, you know, for inclusion in our current policy. So I've sent those proposed changes off to him.
Thank you. And that one is overlapping to the next one, which is the policy committee. But our Dan was off having fun.
Yeah, I don't have anything to report.
Well, you can, when we reconvene about the personnel policies, we'll be sure to
All right,
call you in.
yep, thank you.
And then we had a lovely report last time from Michelle Montour from the art committee, and I think all of us are enjoying the art. She is keeping everything going. I don't think we could ask for more from anybody about keeping it in order and the schedule moving, and we're keeping our building very attractive and welcoming to the community and a lot of community art. I don't know, the pieces that are up now, I believe are all for sale and they're quite lovely. I don't know if they,
Beautiful.
Very
I don't
nice.
know if they've sold any of them, but could be tempting if my walls weren't already all covered.
Very pretty.
So that takes care of our meaty committee reports, which often take most of our meeting. So now we get to move to the exciting issue of our accounts payable. I believe, unless anybody have anything to say about the committees that we didn't cover? Okey dokey, then we're to Accounts payable, that's item 7. Boy, we're moving along. I see everybody is
I had a
looking them
question.
over, okay,
Is-
Joy?
A couple questions. The Friends of the Belleville Library, they did, is that just May?
What
When they
number are
pay
you
out
on?
that-
That was that was their book sale, so that included all of
okay.
their book sale
Good.
revenue, they did well.
That's number,
Well, there's no
Well, I
numbers,
don't
but
know.
it was on 6, so, well, it's 2,100.
611.
Okay,
They did
Yeah.
good.
it was a good payout, they had a good sale.
how many people did we send to the ABOS conference?
That's an upcoming conference, I believe it's a 3-day conference and we're sending one person.
Is
Conferences are
that price for
expensive.
transportation also?
That's the price of the conference.
Wow.
Conferences are expensive,
Some
so.
of
yeah.
them
I guess so.
Some of them are really high, some are up in the thousands.
Where is it, by the way?
I wanna say Indiana. Or
That's
Illinois,
exciting.
I mean, it's like.
Does the individual have to pay for their own housing and stuff? Or just,
No, we have a budget for reimbursing. so
okay, good.
We have,
Good.
we have the annual budget.
Who are we sending?
So, this is gonna be Jennifer Richardson, our outreach librarian.
Jen,
Yeah, she's been doing, and they've had some Zoom webinars and things like that, so she's been impressed with what they do, so.
Do they give reports when they come back to the staff okay?
Yeah.
I know from experience in running a nonprofit that the ideas and the growth that takes place when employees are able to interact with others in other places is really great. So I'm glad we're able to. And it sounds like you have a pretty good spread of people that attend conferences here.
What was the door lock key card stuff at the bottom?
The staff entrance, the key card system has not been functioning well,
Ooh,
so it's very expensive, yeah.
that was expensive this time.
But
It's
it's necessary.
healthcare.
It's necessary, that's very.
We,
We've been having to, we're in I think that part just got delivered today, so
Oh,
we're in the
okay.
process of fixing it. So we've had occasions where the staff members had to like use their key card to get in through the staff break room entrance and run to the back door to get the alarm before.
oh.
Alarm goes off.
Lordy, Lord.
So we have to be in good shape too,
Yeah.
so it's a
Part of
fitness.
our wellness.
Fitness program.
I don't see the library network on here for big bucks.
Wait till next month.
It's, well, let's see.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
time it's,
telephone.
this
Yeah.
time it's healthcare that is
Yeah.
our biggest single expense, and oftentimes it is the library network.
Make a motion to approve bills payable, accounts payable.
I'll second that.
There's a motion by Chehevitz and support by Priest to approve accounts payable. We've had good discussion. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed by saying nay. There are no negative votes and the accounts payable are approved, so therefore we have finished up our voting business and we get to go on to the interesting issues that our director has to share with us. Mary Jo, time for the director's report.
We have been very busy with summer reading program. The children's room is hopping all of the time. Today I took a walk upstairs and I think almost every table was full with someone sitting down studying. All of our two-person and four-person study rooms were all booked up, so there were a lot of people using us very heavily, today, so that's kind of been the way it's been, all summer. So I'm happy. A lot of times people will ask me, do things slow down after when school gets out? And it's like, not really. It's just that the type of busy kind of shifts and changes, so.
Mhm.
The majority of the carpeting was cleaned. There was about 25% that they could not get to, their machine broke, so they're gonna come back and finish that. And they also have to finish they need to scrub the floor tiles, I mean, the tiles in the lobby area as well. So that's still in progress. Yeah, sign up, when I wrote this a week ago, sign up for a summer reading program was about 20% higher than last year's registrations, and, you know, the years that, you know, the season's not over yet, so that could be even higher, that's probably gonna be even higher.
Great.
So then, yeah, a lot of kids coming in and reading.
From the teen programming, youth and teen programs down so much.
That has to do with, when we do school assemblies. So I think last year we did more of them in June. School got out later last year than it did this year. We got out really early, so I think we had the majority, like in May, those numbers were up. So if you look at everything together, yeah.
That was a good segue to the next thing she's gonna talk about with staff,
Uh,
the team.
yeah, we're kind of looking at it, basically anybody who really got a major role in dealing with the teams, during the school year, we're gonna meet this summer. And just, see where we're at, see, what if anything we need to tweak or change. So, we'll look at programming for them and just best practices, so.
How have teens been this summer?
Summer's been fine.
Yeah.
Then I took a picture is always worth 1,000 words, so I took a photo of our newest addition to our library of things. These are educational kits that are in the children's room. So each kid revolves around a different theme, so you can kind of have your own story time right at home. So we've got the dinosaur story time, farm story time, exploring nature, etc. So there's different themes available. The kids, so we have a couple of stories and a couple of little play activities and things that can be used.
They've
And
been
they've
having
been-
story time in my house.
They've been popping off the shelves, so.
Great.
Two
Great,
meetings,
great, great.
two meetings ago, I think I asked, if we could possibly in the future have the number, we made a big deal out of when we built this library to have meeting rooms. We don't have enough meeting rooms in this. We made a big deal out of, we're gonna have a lot of meeting rooms. Now we've got them, and I asked if we could possibly have a number each count, how much they've been used. So if we could add that to this, I'd appreciate it.
Sure.
It'll be interesting to see the impact. I, for one, have not yet gone up to the Van Buren Township Center that's
No.
open. You went to the opening,
Opening.
right? I did see the shape, a whole lot of people I know, you were there. I don't know how many meeting rooms they have. Does anybody here know that? It'll be interesting to see the impact, with that. It probably won't show up till fall, but
Yeah.
whether or not some of it's a lot of HOAs I know that we have in here.
Book club there too.
Some of them might move up there. What?
They have a book club there too, but it's a silent reading club.
Hmm.
So
Book
they
up
just sit and
there
read, at the community center.
at the community center. Oh, each person brings their book and they
They
just
read.
sit in the room together and read
Yeah,
different books.
they said it's for introverts.
And a group of people that are introverts. Right?
I know.
Okay, I'm doing something wrong.
Well,
Okay.
I wonder who's on
Here's
that.
what you can get, this beautiful informational booklet when you walk in, and it talks about it, so.
30 pages,
Yeah. It's
What's that?
quite some,
30 pages long.
yeah.
Okay.
That's something.
Is about the whole,
Yeah.
Of
and
the
it
whole
shows the different
center?
reading rooms. It
Oh,
shows
really?
pictures.
Yeah,
oh, I bet.
everything you want to know about the community center is in that.
In that book, I would be
Maybe a few things you did.
Yeah.
I would be interested. I saw a lovely little, they had a video, they put a lot of stuff on
Oh, yeah.
Facebook.
It reminded
And I
me
saw
of our
you
video.
smiling and Lisa Martin smiling.
yeah.
Oh, it was a happy time. That was
The video reminded me of ours from the library because it showed them building it.
Yeah.
Ah,
So,
ah.
Mhm.
I said, Mary,
That's
did you-"
interesting.
No, I didn't. I just said it to Randy. I didn't say it to
I'm
anybody.
glad that we are.
That's a really nice facility.
It is.
Yeah, and I think.
Except how many people said to me, but it doesn't have a pool. I cannot tell you how many
Yeah.
people said that day.
Well,
Did
they
you
wanted,
hear it? That's the top thing.
They wanted
As
it.
soon as they walked in, there's no pool.
pools are expensive.
Very expensive.
And a lot of liability.
Yeah.
So I just have a little graphic for you about state aid to public libraries, and basically when you factor in inflation, it's not really ever gone up. It's taken a long time
So
to reach the 50 cents per capita that's supposed to be at.
these little, these are the years
And yeah, and
That
actually
are
this didn't
such
come out,
tiny.
I know.
and
It's
the
gonna be-
latest,
Yeah.
the latest year is 2025. I can't see it.
2025, yeah.
2023, yeah,
That's what's budgeted, yeah.
that's what the budget will be for next year.
Mhm.
So we really have reached where we were in the turn of the century. So, okay.
Everything is appreciated. So.
Mhm. Your articles are always appreciated. Kind of gives us a sense of where we stand in the scheme of things. And our many, we've got a good flyer for the kids.
Yeah.
And our many flyers for programming. I was interested about this as novelist. I want to hear Mary Jo and Joy talk. It looked really like this.
It's through the MEL databases, Michigan Electronic Library, and you can type in like your favorite author and it will recommend other books that are similar to that.
Huh.
If you have a specific subject you're
And
interested
grade.
in.
It's really
Yeah.
the Netflix of books, because Netflix does that too.
Yeah.
You might also.
You might
be
also
interested-
like-
Yeah.
Then you might like that.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's a really good source. There's a lot of recommendations and reviews and ratings. So it's a
When
good-
I saw the DIY stuff, I thought of John, and I know better than to think of me using it, me or Melvin using any of them, because it would be a disaster. But I might call John.
Yeah, I just wanted you to be aware of some of the sources that are available online for our patrons.
Yeah, and then his career and college prep thing, are really good too. They're a good range.
Certainly have a good, we recommend, we set up a lot of people with the resume building services where they can sit at a computer. And this program will walk them through building a resume.
Do they have access to it afterwards?
Yeah, you have to create a login for it. So
That's
they do.
huge.
Mhm, mhm. So that they can edit it later, so.
Yeah, I was showing my son this novelist thing. My son, who's the father of my most voracious reader grandchild. It's fun. It's wonderful what libraries can now do, and I find that people are using them all over the country.
Is there a list somewhere of volunteer opportunities for seniors? You know, like there are for.
Well, there's just a general list like that,
I guess I didn't understand your question.
Well, you know, people who are retired are
Mhm.
still capable, and I just wondered if there was some kind of list of places where you could volunteer.
It's a good idea.
List of volunteer opportunities. I don't know of anything.
John needs something to do.
I was
No.
wondering why you were asking.
No, Some people do need things to do.
It's not
There
for
are
you,
no,
I bet.
No, I
You're
would do
busy.
some, yeah, but I
But you
still,
find your own things.
yeah, I find my
Yeah.
own things, but some people don't. And
Yeah.
I've been talking to.
Some people have to be asked.
have to be asked, or the opportunity has to be in front
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
And I thought, there's a lot of places that need people, maybe these people, and they come to the library, a lot of older people.
And some
do.
jobs, especially with children, you have to not mind getting a check.
You have to do a
a
background.
Oh, yeah.
Background check, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, just a thought,
One of my first jobs when I graduated from college was at the Volunteer Bureau at MSU which focused on volunteer opportunities for students. But for some reason, somebody asked me to speak at the retirement for state employee, state government employee retirement about different things they could do. And they were very polite, but they kind of came up to me and said, I don't want to do anything. In all these years, and I don't want to do
that's not
anything.
good for their mental health either.
Well,
It's
you know,
not.
I think
Yeah.
it's the way that you think when you first
Well,
retire.
Speaking of volunteer opportunities.
Okay,
There we go.
Yeah, and I didn't have a flyer yet to put on your board yet. We are having a kickoff program on Wednesday, July 24th at 7 p.m. We're trying to get our literacy program started up again, so this is
Okay, good.
this is an informational
I
meeting.
do that already.
For people,
Training.
so for people would be interested in being a volunteer tutor.
It's very rewarding for anybody who hasn't done it, it's very nice.
So this is going to be 7 p.m., July 24th.
Okay,
Is this
Adult literacy.
basic,
This is basic adult
basic,
literacy.
okay,
We
not
do-
ESL?
but they
Not
do the,
yet,
but
but
Okay,
that
do
is
they do
something we
the
want to do.
training?
They do,
Still?
yeah, they do,
You get a
we go through,
big book.
we go through through Washington on literacy,
Oh.
yeah.
Very
is it,
cool.
okay.
Oh, that's good. And
The person I had just got called into work. She was a nurse's aide and she would have to work double shifts and everything. So it's very hard for her
To be able to
to
do
be
it.
able to do
yeah.
it.
Mhm.
And I just saw a whole other side of why people don't succeed. You know, that here's this woman who wants to do it and she just couldn't.
Right.
well, I thank you, Mary Jo. That's a good full report and also a good discussion for us. And now we can individually as trustees have our say. You want to start, Linda? You got more?
Like I said, I did go to the community center and then the next day or the couple days later, I went to, they're gonna do a play, Steel Magnolias. So I went to the tryouts. I didn't try out. I'm not that bold. But I told the woman that I would help. I would volunteer to help. Like she said, maybe I could get props, look for props. I thought, yeah, I'd be good at that. Because I love looking for crap like that. So anyway,
They
you
have a
should go and
theater-
see it. It's called the Black Box Theater.
Yeah.
And I watched the auditions and it was really fun. And now there's gonna be rehearsals for quite a while. And then, but you should go to the play. I think it's gonna be
What's the
really
play
good.
again?
Steel Magnolias.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Where would it be?
it's
held?
at the community center
At the-
in their theater called the Black Box Theater.
That's gonna be
How big is the
interesting,
theater?
that theater.
Did you ever go to the one in Northville? Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Okay,
It's not in the round like that, but it's got those kind of seats
Okay.
and,
Yeah.
yeah.
That'll be
Cool.
interesting. I think that's a nice, it'll be a nice cultural addition to the community to have local theater. Good. Well, thank you, Linda. Joy?
I have a question. Do we know who is on the ballot? Or isn't the date? Yes,
Yeah, next week. I
next
believe.
week. Oh, all right. I don't know why I thought I asked when Marie and I went. Are you on? Am I supposed to be? Oh, no, you're already on. I'm sorry. Sorry.
It is.
I forgot something.
Good job. I was thinking it was 7/6, so 7/16.
I think.
Okay, that's why.
18.
So it is coming, and I think we have people thinking about being on the ballot. A couple of them are here tonight. I have not heard anything else about
As
anybody
far
else.
as I
Have
know,
you?
Alma, I think, put in.
I think Ella is.
And to the best of my knowledge, Joy did.
We did, we went in
Okay,
together.
that's all.
Yes.
You already did it.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Wasn't last minute the day before. So it wouldn't have been last minute.
Especially
date
since you
wrong.
thought it was.
It was an adventure, yes.
It is an adventure.
Oh, so I did think you were, because I sent you
You
that
sent
thing
me
about
something,
that,
yeah.
yes, you're right.
I think that's where we met.
Yes, I did.
Down there, isn't that odd, at the same time?
That is funny.
Well, I'm grateful. I'm really grateful that we have a good look in terms of what will be on our, because we only have the November ballot to worry with, and I think that's why so late, that is so late that we have to, and I guess we will find out by the 16th if there is anybody else, but we've not heard anything, right? From anybody
They
else.
probably aren't gonna
The
post it
18th
until,
is the deadline. so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna post it until.
Well, that's a piece for us to all keep our eyes open for, but I'm grateful that we have people that have already acted to take care of that. Anything else?
No, just a
Tanya?
question at the wrong time.
It was a fine question.
So, getting me excited to see the new community center. Because every time I go to Myers, oh, I just wanna, take a peek at it. and I
You can
haven't
play
done it yet.
pickleball there.
Oh,
You can run a track, they have a track, an elevated
Walk.
track,
Oh,
like they
that's
do at
nice.
yeah,
So,
and pool, that kind of pool.
The much cheaper pool.
They probably say, we do have pool, but I can't remember what else, but it's very pretty. It really is. They've done a nice job.
I too want to go up there.
And then I wanna thank Mary Jo for mentioning the bathroom. So my husband has been telling me for months now that it's difficult for some people to get out of the bathrooms because of the doors and
Makes sense.
and I'm supposed to tell Mary Jo every month and I never do it. So this time I made sure I sent her a text, so thank you for stay out of trouble.
We'll have to tell.
You're a
her.
personal representative
Well, you
of
said you'd
him
come
to
to
the
the meeting
board.
if I didn't. speak.
Good way to get it.
Like, I don't wanna be embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, you might write to the newspaper, I mean, it's like. really
Yeah, you
serious
can
about
always do
it.
that. You can always take it up a notch.
My wife wasn't ignoring me.
Right.
My personal representative on the board.
Well, thank you for both of those comments. Dan?
I'm just happy to be back in town and able to come to a meeting, so I know I missed last.
Did you have fun?
I did have fun, it was very nice, so.
Where did you go that time?
Well, I said, before the meeting, I went to, Hocking Hills. Also
Oh,
went
that's
to
right.
Pokagon, if anybody's familiar with Pokagon State Park, it's a beautiful, beautiful park, one of my favorites. And we went to PJ Hoffmaster State Park, which is just outside of Muskegon. So
I've stayed there.
Great.
lots of camping, bought a new travel trailer, so just trying
Yeah,
to.
use it.
Well, use it.
My driveway looks like a trailer sales because now I have two travel trailers sitting in my driveway right now, so. The other thing more related to the library, however, is, again, I probably sound a little bit like a broken record, but I do use the mobile library website, and there's more change on that website, and again, it's very, very nice. The homepage, the landing page shows all of the activity at a very simple glance when you go and you open up the Belleville, District Library homepage, and you see everything that's going on in 1 month at one glance, and it's really, really nice. I really liked it. So I don't know who's doing it, but kudos to whoever's making those changes. Again, I use it a lot, and it's very professional, very nice.
Good.
This is our 15th year for Music in the Park. And we, we had a good crowd last week. Paul Keller played jazz music, and it was a lovely crowd, and it didn't rain. It was nice. And,
That's
always
the
good.
same,
yeah.
that's
and,
the same fella.
This
that
week, we're
played
having it
here.
at 7 to 9 this Thursday night. Obviously, the free concert, just bring a chair, and the geese are not there anymore, so it's a lot cleaner. And bring a chair to sit, and it's a rock and roll band. Also, I was walking on the car show last Monday with my wife, and Bill Walters stopped me. And he says, you know, my cousin's visiting from Spokane, Washington. He says he goes to numerous libraries all over the country. He loves libraries. He says he came to our library. He says he thought it was the most beautiful library he's ever seen. So
Wonderful.
pretty emotional.
That's
And I started playing with artificial intelligence. It's a lot of fun.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, no, I'm
What have you been
scared.
doing?
What do you mean by that?
asking questions.
Okay.
Questions I would talk about in the past to see if it's legitimate and stuff like that. And it's fun. It's like you can ask, okay, I want a red leaf tree on the side of my hill in Belleville, Michigan. And I want it to be fast growing, and what are my choices? And it gives you 6 choices, like automatically, you know, it's pretty cool.
So what are you doing this on?
Artificial intelligence.
What is it? I mean,
Where
is
do
it,
you
where do
access
you,
it?
how do you access it?
I think
My-
I hear
my son who-
programming.
My son who works for
progress.
Google visited for the July.
But is there a hardware type of thing, like the,
No,
just right on your
just
computer?
run a computer,
Oh, okay.
and I pull up stuff, and
The
But how-
first results you get
And
from
see, this-
Google are AI,
artificial
Oh,
intelligence was developed by.
but
So
He's
you
asking
go
very
on
specific
Google and ask a question,
Yeah.
and the question's gonna come back.
It'll
answered
come back
by
a lot of
a-
different
first
answers.
options.
And
are-
I questioned,
Okay.
I shouldn't say this, Bible questions in the past, and it's pretty interesting.
Why shouldn't you say that?
Some of the things I thought, pardon me,
Why shouldn't you say that?
I don't know,
You can say.
I can say that.
anything, Almost,
I
unless
have.
Mary Jo
I
Jane
don't
is
know,
here,
sometimes.
and then you're gonna get in trouble.
And that's it.
But you can ask very specific
Oh, it's
questions.
very.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and
That's
then it
interesting.
gets instant results.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, we'll just see about that, Jenny.
He wants to know what kind of tree.
So this is what you get. You
I
get
wish you could
pictures
help
of-
me do my
Cause I
sketch.
thought, I want a fast growing tree for Belleville, Michigan. Oh, this is what comes up? That's AI?
Agonizing,
I don't.
now I have to figure out where to
I
put
just want,
everybody.
how do you access AI? You know, you access it or you?
You know, I think what he's saying is that half the stuff you get on your answers.
I know, I don't even know it's AI.
automatically
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
you're telling
I
me.
thought it was one of those things you
No,
wear.
no.
Oh, that's virtual.
That's-
That's virtual.
Virtual,
Oh, that's virtual.
VR,
That's
virtual reality.
I gotta
That-
get
that's
my,
old.
my terms.
Yeah, well, that's why I have grandchildren.
That's, they will teach you. no doubt.
It's for them, and they can tell me if I have to know. Well, thank you. I guess it's my time to say something. And boy, has this been already, we're just passing July 4th, which I used to think of as the beginning of summer. And it's already been a great summer. And especially here in Belleville, the Lake Fest was a bunch of fun. The library folks were out there for a good period of time, but really our location, people do look at things and they use the library when they have to come in and cool off or go to the bathroom or something like that. And I heard a lot of people saying, oh, let's just stop in the library. That was great. We've had all this weather, and I haven't been able to, I didn't go, you said that Paul Keller, the
Yeah.
guy that played here. Yeah, that would have been a good one, but I was away. But did they do it on 4th of July?
4th of July, and we scheduled it so that during when we saw the ski team with 6 American flags coming in front of us, Paul Keller would play patriotic music. And
Oh,
all the people went to the shore and clapped. It's really cool.
I went to watch the ski team that I did
Yeah,
with with Debbie
Yeah.
Chibriga and Becky. But anyway, I didn't go hear the music, but there's a lot going on. That's, you
Yeah.
can't even go to all the stuff that's going on, so
Very
that's
true.
really good. And I will be glad when that little block of our city, I know that it's been in the paper a lot about that we get something going there, because that CVS especially is just such a ugly, big thing sitting there, but I don't guess there's much we can do. Anyway, other than that, the town has been really great, really enjoyable this summer, and looking forward to the rest of July and August, and
Somebody mentioned to me, they saw our Belleville cam. You know how we have the camera?
on.
Yeah, that, and how beautiful Belleville, they had never been there, and, pretty it looked.
Rosemary, you know that picture that you had of the first car show, and it was so many people, was that from the cam?
No, that was from a drone.
Really?
A gentleman who has a business taking drone pictures,
Uh-huh.
just gave it to us.
Uh-huh.
And so we ran it and we put his name and how you can get in touch with him.
Oh.
Somebody called today, they wanted a glossy picture of that. We said, well, that's not our picture, but if you go to the guy,
Yeah.
then.
It was
he
really
said-
pretty.
Yeah, he said he didn't mind paying for it. And I said, well, this guy's got a little business.
Yeah,
Good.
well, that's good to know. And with that, we're in, I can't think of anything else. Is there something else we're supposed to have to talk about?
Don't think so.
Well, then.
We all have summer brain.
Well then, John, it's your
Madam Chair,
turn.
I make a motion that this meeting be adjourned.
Second thing.
And there's support for that, and all are in favor. We are adjourned. Thank you at 8:15, so I have time to go play with